Hello, Rebel GMAN 3B. This is your week 8 recap. I'm here, as always, with Matt Cavilian. Hello, Matt.
Hello.
I've done it the wrong way
You
around.
have.
I'm Rob Top as well.
You are
go.
Rob
Leave
Top.
that in. And I get used to saying the same thing over and over and over, and I've gone to pieces straight away. That's because I didn't play my game this week. I was in the group 5 where you don't have a game, so I'm all out. I'm all out of sorts, you could say.
Yeah. I had a win for once. That's good.
Well done. Well, you've had quite a lot of wins. You're sitting quite nicely.
I've had quite a lot of draws. Yes, I somehow managed, with the help of Nuffle, who I think was, smiling on me a little bit, or at least frowning on my opponents, managed to beat a vampire team with an Agi 6 vampire, and yeah, it's that one, 1-0. So I was happy about that. Although, I did get a bit of a dice assist. But
we got all 7 games this week as well, don't we?
We do. That's excellent, excellent news. So I think it's time to get straight on with it. It's me starting this week, isn't it? Talking about the Quigs versus the Mutants, which was a match where Lizardmen came in at 1600 and the Chaos came in at 1860. Chaos got +1 fame. The Quigs got a wizard and an extra apothecary. Very clever when you're on a team that's rebuilding. So let's have a see how that went, shall we? As you can see, Lizards with the kick. And a lovely little extra reroll just to get things going as they kick the ball directly to the magnet hands of this Beastman, who can then fall back into their more regular positioning. Just holding at the back line. Oof. But Speefagor getting injured pretty early on from that Saurus block. And we here.
Lime fodder anyway, when he
got
right.
You see this? You know me. You know I love a lovely bit of pushy, chain pushy. And this was just quite a nice little clearing out the Lizardman away from there. Dropping those big Meteora knees and getting the KO.
Nicely played.
Yeah, getting those strength 4 pieces off the pitch just to kind of even things up with the Chaos Warriors, I think is quite important here for the Mutants. And they certainly seem to be doing whapow. A good little bit of injuring. And that's a good player to take out as well. Bang. Yeah. As you can see, we get on to turn 4, taking out that Crocs, and then immediately countered as they were keeping the ball in the back line, but just a little bit too close to that skink.
Yeah, Edge 4 skink. Do what they like.
You know what they're like. Yeah, they were just holding back a little bit too close. As that rerolling that skull. Reroll use. Potentially pertinent to remember. As we see this Saurus get knocked down. We have a follow-up all the way around. And then...
He's got a long way to run.
Yeah, he's got a long way to run, but does make it there. Only a push, though. Cannot re-roll it, unfortunately, as that was used earlier. We start to see everyone start to get packed around it. We start to get quite a lot of action here, and Agi4 skinks do Agi4 skink things. You can't really block them off unless you're physically in the way. And we see another kick here and a blitz from the Quigs.
Oh, bloody hell.
You don't like that. Well, you do if you're a Quiggy runner, and they are able to get underneath it and pick up the ball pretty much immediately as it lands on them. Lovely bit of marking here. Does get the POW. Did have tackle, so would have been okay.
Magnet hands, are we looking at?
Oh, we're looking at an injury tap flex here. Magnet hands, not quite.
Not Edge 1.
Able to get in with the Agi up, but not necessarily get out. Fails a slightly easier roll there, but is able to pull it back. A lot of back and forth of the ball here. I do like to see these more traditional bash teams doing a little bit of passing. Like, you do have good odds, although Mutants are without reroll at this point in the first half, which is potentially an issue as the Skinks get down to try and block off. And I don't know if sidestep was forgotten there, but is now pushed in the way. Must have wished you had that tackle down there the other place. But an injury against Dimitri is...
It's another one.
Apo used.
No break tackle on any of the Saurus still, I take it.
No,
so
I don't believe so.
They're getting tied down.
But you are able to get free. Oop, no, sorry, wrong way around. You are able to get free and just come down and hit the ball there as it bounces around. And from there was just no real recovery, unfortunately. And we go in 1-0 up. Skink's making it push down the left-hand side, but going pow fishing. This Beastman is able to open it up. And the ball bounces right next to the sidelines there. Blitzing Skink, you love to see it. Able to get through.
And run back, I take it.
Well.
Oh, no.
Oh dear, that's certainly a thing that's happened. The Chaos, you can't quite see it because I think the character portraits are right, but the Chaos were able to get back just in time and kind of recover. And Fook the Pigs
out of turns.
Dropping that big basement drop kick there. And strength down.
Wow.
That's not good. And yeah, we are able to keep up a bit of the defense though. We're low on players for the Quiguanas, but they're doing a very spirited defense as best as they can. As we come in here, trying to get as much advantage as they can. Coming round the side. Not 100% sure about this positioning, but you know, there has been a knockdown. Now, I might have been wrong here. I thought there was enough space to just run down, but I think what we must be wanting is a little bit of SPP distribution. But without a reroll,
1-0 down.
Yeah, without a reroll, I would not have risked that, unfortunately. But I can certainly see the desire to try and get SPP on your players if you're at this midpoint and you're perhaps building more than you are trying to qualify for things. But that does leave the match at 1-0. In terms of level ups for the Quiguanas, number 10, Tepflex. The Agi4 Skink has got a kickoff return. That's a double for a Skink, isn't it? Yes, because Hobgoblins can take a double. So that's very interesting. On your you've got to think that block would have been tempting there, but interesting. But that extra movement on a Skink could be very interesting. I'm going to pay attention to Tepfley. Sorry, I said Tepflex because it's Tepfley the 9th, which looks a lot like Tepflex. Yeah, that's good. That's interesting. Just going to zoom in a little bit there. And who else got a level up? It was number 11, Phineas, who got diving tackle, which is just a great skill that a lot of people forget about. No big injuries there. Oh, that's not entirely true. There were some big injuries, but they're not being displayed for some reason. That could be, yes, because Fook the Pigs has been replaced with Ragwort, the rookie. And yeah, losing that block and that guard is going to be kind of painful, but there's not much point to a Strength 3 Saurus. You might as well get him in there as soon as possible. The Mutants. Let's see how they've gotten on. We have gotten a couple of injuries. Missing next game, we had a movement bust and a regular MNG, which is a bit unfortunate. But in terms of level ups, nothing specific, or at least that I have notes on. Yeah, going to be interesting.
Sorry, it all crashed on me a little bit down back.
Oh, yeah, good. Any comments on the Mutants at this point in the juncture?
I'm surprised they didn't go for the 2+ draw, whatever it was there. But
one all draw it would have been. Yeah.
The 2+ go for it.
Yeah.
3+ handoff. Yeah.
I think it was 2 go for it that we needed there. But
okay. All right.
But still,
2 go for it or 3+ handoff.
I think it might have been a 3+ handoff and a go for it as well. I didn't do the exact maths at the time, but I like to. So,
and how were the Lizards looking? Just have a quick go back on them because I didn't see their final team.
Yeah, they've replaced Fook the Pigs with Ragwort, but other than that, they've still got most of their big boys still there. Okay. Cool. So next up is Sabertooth Vag versus the Bloodlust Brawlers, which you had a chance to watch, right?
Yeah, I watched this live as well, which was quite good. I started following Carmack's games because he's quite interesting. So we got Sabertooth Vag, MB Carmack 1910 against the Bloodlust Brawlers at Arnstone at 1860. They put in a little bit of money and get a bribe, and the Wood Elves have fame. So let's see how it goes.
Let's see indeed.
I predicted 4-1 for this game.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm following him live. I kept telling him I had this 4-1, which it wasn't really influencing anything. The Wood Elves really swamped it straight away. Like as soon as it was their turn 1, they broke through and put him under loads of pressure. That's why we're seeing turn 4. He was just out of position. He couldn't cage up, and he ended up having a wolf in blitzing range there. And Edge 5 players, so many Edge 5 players on this team. All that movement, all that agility, all those dodging throw skills and all that gone. So why not just boot them when they're down and boot them into a death? He's not a brilliant player, but he did have guard.
Well,
so
let's see if he does better as a zombie.
So this was turn 8, and there was a lot of sort of toing and throwing, trying to get through, and the leap does its thing, and he eventually gets through. He did a lot of stuff before doing that leap, and it was I think you need to be saving that reroll myself, but there you go. So turn 8, 1 turn touchdown attempt. This is on the Necro drive as well, don't forget, the Necro half. So let's see how he gets on with it. I quite like seeing how people try to do the 1 turn touchdowns. Grabs, obviously, super handy.
Indeed.
Oh, he's powed him. So he's had to re-roll power. Pain.
Yeah, that stand firm flesh golem's got to be annoying as well, right?
Yeah, so that's why he's got the zombie there. So he's not needed to stand there.
No, I don't think the other one was needed, was he?
The other one was, wasn't he? But not that guy.
But anyway,
he's hitting at a diagonal. Oh, I see. Right, okay. No, the other one wasn't needed either, no. All right, so he's in range now.
Yeah, would it have made more sense to pass to him? Oh, he's Agi 5, so it doesn't matter, being a tackle zone.
Yeah. He's in tackle there, and he had a blitz free, so maybe he should have blitzed him off, but it worked out well, and that's 2-1, and they're receiving the ball, so 4-1 looks really possible. He's getting all that sighted, and one thing that happens with Wood Elves is they get hurt quite a lot.
They do have a tendency to that, second only to our good Ratman friends.
Yeah, that's a broken neck, or I can't remember what the other one was. A 56, I think that is, which is obviously not very good.
No, that's an Agi up player getting an Agi down. That's a lot of SPP that you're wasting there. We'll see how it pans out at the end.
And that's the Apo gone as well. Apo not doing his thing. They hit this scene here. He was in blitzing range, that catcher there, by a wrestle goal, but he didn't see it.
Or is it using the blitz elsewhere?
He used the blitz somewhere else, yeah. So I think he missed it. It was some go for it's needed, but I would have thought it'd be worth it.
Tree getting a bit of a regeneration fake skill, as we all know.
Again. And look, that gone again. So sure feet as well on this player.
Yeah, you might as well just keep going at this point.
Yeah, he's gone. They're not catching up with him. Even with that werewolf, they're not catching up. So 3-1.
3-1.
It's in the bag. Just about keeping players on the pitch now. So we have.
Wait, was this just half time?
3 down. No. This was turn 10, 11, something like that. 13 we're on now. So yeah, they're just running away in the corner. The wolf comes down. It needs to score 2. That's 2 go for it to score, and he doesn't go for it.
Yeah, I was about to say this is looking like 4-2 rather than 4-1, my friend.
Yeah, true. So yeah, just get a couple of hits in before scoring. It's always a good shout. I think there was 6 Wood Elves on this drive. So does he get a sneaky foul in as well? I can see
it foreshadowed in the background there. Did he have a bribe just to avoid the?
Yeah, he's got a bribe. So yeah, runs it in for 3-2, and he's kicking to the Wood Elves. 2 turns to try to get it off the Wood Elves and score.
We've seen him do it before.
Okay, that's the last reroll.
Mm.
Okay. Here we go.
Nope. I'll do it.
Reroll. Oh, snakes to catch. Ouch.
That would have done it, right?
Yeah, if he'd have caught it, it would have been able to get it off him. So that's really unlucky. But well done, Arnstone, for just sticking in there and grinding them down and making it possible to get them equalisers. So, yeah, well played.
Big draw there. Great result for the Necro there. Less good result for the Sabertooth Vagabonds in a rebuild season, who just got the piss kicked out of them. Well, talk to me about level ups.
Is that the tree, isn't it, Hairy Dan? That's his fourth skill. He's already got a block and he's already got a strength up. And
grab.
He eventually gets
guard.
He's already got grab.
No, he had grab. He got guard. Just
yeah. So that tree's doing really well.
That's a really good tree. You wish you could give him tentacles. That would be amazing. But the branches, it would make sense, like in fluff. But anyway, what about the blood?
Some form of tentacles would go in the lore with that as well, wouldn't it? With branches grabbing people.
Yeah.
Odorous Richard, is that the war dancer?
Odorous Richard, yes. He's a smelly. He's a smelly dick. Okay, I see. Just got that one. Thanks, Carmack. Thank you.
And we got
sidestep.
One.
Yeah. Folan died. You got to be thinking that Kozrin. Are you still laughing about?
Yeah, it's because the whole time I just couldn't read odorous, so I just never got the joke. And as soon as you said it, it made sense.
Yeah. Kozrin has gotten a movement bust on top of the strength bust. That's the thrower, the main ball carrier. That's going to be a problem. And Grenarian, the Agi up lineman, has got an Agi down. You got to think that they're on a chopping block potentially.
Yeah, when you got the money, maybe it's worth keeping him for a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, Grenarian, I would say you're potentially giving away SPP by having them, but like Kozrin, you've kept because they're a very good Agi up thrower, and they can probably still losing a point of movement isn't terrible, although it is worse than losing that point of strength. I think we'll see. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Kozrin can still perform their role. Grenarian sort of can't, so I guess we'll see how that pans out. But next up, going from one set of elves to another, we have
we didn't do the brawl. We didn't do the
brawlers. Oh, I'm sorry. I am sorry, Arnston.
I got no level ups, but they did have a missing next game, didn't they?
Oh yeah, William the Conqueror down here. Can't quite see on under your head. It is your avatar head, but yeah, this is the block guard zombie. And another zombie has been added in. Folan, of course, has come in right at the bottom there. So that's nice. Big old 15-man team.
Nice.
Now we can talk about the Vicious Virtuosi versus the Kingslayers, an Agi versus Agi matchup of these Dark Elves versus the Skaven. And wait, are Kingslayers the Skaven or the Underworld?
They are Underworld.
Sorry, my apologies. Virtuosi coming in with 1920, the Kingslayers with 1540, taking a Wizard, Babes, Bomber Dribble Slot, and Skitter, and a Wizard, but the Virtuosi getting +2 fame. Lots of fans coming in to see that match today, it would seem. And let's have a see how it went. Underworld with the kick, and Virtuosi with another reroll. As you can see, holding back a little bit. Going for a big toss. What? No. Are you going to be like this all episode now? Anyway. To the Witch Elf, who was able to get all the way down to the end zone there. We start to see the counter drive here. An attempted blitz getting in from that killer. Just running down for a little bit of support, having a think about it. Let's see what we can do here. It's a double, go for it.
Oh. he ain't gonna snake it, surely.
No, surely not. But I kept you guessing with that editing. Well, yeah, once again, we see a blitz coming in from this killer trying to do some serious damage. And taking out Aratil Galathar. I don't... Oh, 1 point of agility. You know, that was a bad injury.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
As you can see, the elves holding back here, doing a similar kind of play to what they were doing before. Because, you know, sometimes you've got to go with what brought you to the dance. And these kind of like long-range plays moving up is definitely what did, as we will see in a second. Throwing the ball there and just able to run up and kind of screen themselves off. Getting our last minute 3 dice here on turn 8. Papow. Killing Lady Zhang.
That's worth it. Yeah.
But Apo used. Back to the substitutes. That would have been a big loss. This is we're seeing some week 8. We're seeing some potential big name players get lost or very nearly get lost. Yeah. Then it's end of the turn. 1 turn left for the Underworld and a riot. Surely what the Dark Elves did not want to see here. We bring them on turn 8 as we push the Goblin who has the ball backwards. We see if we can do a little bit of damage on the way. And off we go for a pass. And unfortunately not. So we go into the second half. 2-1 to the Elves. Once again, Underworld of the drive, caging up. We do see a leap in. And it hits. You can see Elves using speed to get round in front a little bit as well.
Good play, that.
And blocking it off. You can see some attempted recovery from the Underworld here. Taking out Holy and Zero.
Jesus. Team's getting beaten up this week, aren't they?
Yeah, jeez. A lovely round the houses blitz here. Just freeing up that one there. I think that's a targeted. Let's take out the agility player. Because from here, we can just go in and even things up for the Kingslayers. Finally see this wizard used as the Dark Elves are holding that ball behind. We do get to see a... you would have really hoped that was a knockdown there. But we were able to get a couple of Underworld players back down there.
And the Wizard Bolt weren't an armor break either, which I bet he was hoping for.
Yeah. We're able to get some players there, but Agi 5 is Agi 5 and 1 tackle zone ain't going to cut it. We see a long-range Dark Elf pass doing what they need to do, and unfortunately, Mr. Snake Eyes does not let you recover, and you are left standing right next to a Goblin. But let's come in with the blitz anyway. Let's get our killer involved in this, because why the hell not? Over he goes. And a good bounce for recovery.
Well, this is a tense end to the game, isn't it?
Yeah, I know this is running a little bit long, but a bunch of stuff happened. Big. I love the sound effect. Thunk. when Skaven throwers do it, it sounds thunk. This is great. Unfortunately, what's not great is that thing, but it is still. It's still not a terrible position to be in. The Underworld are still in good, and knocking down a Witch Elf like this is surely going to help. Let's see what they can do, though. Extra Arms does the job, and you can quite easily do your damage, get back, and go 3-2 up for the Kingslayers, making great use of those inducements. Apart from Bomber Dribble Snot, who was put on the pitch to begin with and got immediately sent off because the Elves scored very quickly. That was a bit of a miss choice there, but other than that, the inducement's doing very well. That's why you didn't see Bomber very much. He got sent off pretty much immediately.
That was a quality game. That was
quality game.
Yeah.
Obviously, Aratil has been gotten rid of. Holian has been kept onto the lowered armor for one of your only tackle players, diving tackle players. Blodger is probably wise, I guess, until you can at least rebuild the other blitzer, because you don't want to rebuilding 2 blitzers at the same time. I think that's a smart choice.
Okay.
in terms of level ups, number 12 Talon did get a level up, and they've gone with a kicker. Dark Owl's one of the teams that can do extremely well off a short kick blitz combo, so it's not really that surprising you want to have one on your team. Next up, speaking of teams that do well with having short blitzes and short kicks and a blitz government, we have the Kingslayers. No level ups, but they are getting 2 of their goblins back next time. It was certainly a great win for the Kingslayers here, and very exciting to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, from one set of rats to another, we have the Happy Sons versus the Mumble Rats, which is a match that you had a chance to watch.
Now, Happy Sons getting their first win last week, so they're maybe getting a little bit of a run together. That's Proud Wing. Yeah, 1790 Orcs, and they're up against the Rats, who haven't had a win so far this season. And that's Cumberstern's 1320 Rats. They take 2 loners, one of them with Dirty Player, a Bribe, and a Wizard. So let's see how they get on.
Alrighty.
Happy Sons get the fame and kick off, and just a stun. Bloody rocks, man.
Yeah.
He was fouling quite a bit, and there's the first Black Orc off the pitch. So, we're up to turn 8. So not much happened apart from this.
Oof.
Which is ouch, and you got 2 gutter runners, one of them with the ball right in striking distance here. This is going to hurt the gutter runners. But luckily, they just got floored and not casualtied, and there's a chance of a pass and score here. Does he even get the pass off?
Oh, dear.
So it would have failed whatever he had tried. Yeah. So 0-0 half time, and that's gone off the pitch. And the Orcs, by the way, were hitting that Dirty Player loner all the time in this game, and they just couldn't remove him off the pitch. And look who's got the ball again. Bloody strength 5 blodge Black Hawk.
That's the ultimate ball carrier. Well, sure hands to avoid strip ball, but that's a good ball carrier. And perhaps not slow as molasses either, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, last week he wasn't caging him, and this week he's learnt his lesson. And he's like, I know he's strength 5, but he can still get hit. So, yeah, he's basically protected it right up. And
yeah, even the strongest potato in the world can still get baked if you try hard enough.
He played it really well, actually. Just not committing too many men to the cage all the time and leaving some to fight the battle. And the Rats ended up just running off, basically. They're down the other end of the pitch, all the important guys. And it's just a case of walking it in for a turn 16 touchdown. And that leaves the Rats with a 1-turn touchdown attempt. So he's turned into a bit of a hero, this guy, isn't he?
Absolutely. Love to see it. Large Larry. Living it large. Living it Larry.
So a quick snap, that's pretty handy, isn't it, when you've got a 1-turner?
Absolutely what you want. That's saving you an extra 2+.
Yeah, and a reroll.
And a pause. Just that little bit of positioning.
Yeah, it's just you haven't got loads of men.
No, but you've got enough, I think, to be having some fun here. You just blitz out the way. Yep, that's the way.
With Rettle as well. Yep. I like that.
Yep, that'll do. Although, no, you can still get through there. Sorry, I thought you might have gotten your own way there. Oh, well, that's okay. That's okay. It's still good. It's still good. Just a little airborne.
So Proud Wing, looking for his 2nd win in a row, is just hoping there's a 1 somewhere in this pack. There's been 2 so far, but the rerolls have helped out. Here we go. 2 go for it.
With sure feet.
Bloody cheating, isn't it? We're natural 1-turners, man. It's amazing that it's taken him 16 turns to score, actually. So, again, this game, I actually think that Proud Wing played better than last week when he won. And it looks like this team is getting to grips with it now. And that strength 5 blodge Blackhawk is just brilliant if he can get the ball to him. He's pretty much guaranteed a score with him.
Yeah.
So Azor gets his first skill for the Orcs.
Has not been taken yet.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, he has. I just got them in the wrong order because I'm an idiot. Yeah, number 10 here. Azor has taken Dirty Player.
Okay. We like that.
We do. And for the bubble rats,
they didn't get any level ups, and they did lose Luzzy the 5th.
They did down here at the bottom.
Yeah, and they got their strength 4 gutter runner back for their next game, which is nice to see.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, just remembering seeing that one turner. Natural one turner is not going to be a thing in Bubble 2020. That's right, isn't it?
It is. No movement 10 allowed, yeah.
10, yeah, so you can still do it. You just got to push a bit. I'll do some stuff, so that'll be interesting. Next up, we have Altdorf Acrobata versus the Red Hot Boys, which was 16-10 for the Kislev, 16-60 for the Red Hot Boys. Acrobata bringing Helmet into play, and the Red Hot Boys getting +1 fade. So let's see how that goes. Brilliant coaching to start off with, and a kind of big, longish kick. Acrobata coming in with an early blitz here. And an early removal.
Nice. I'm not a fan, chainsaws against orcs. I'm not a big fan of it. Let's see how it goes.
I think there's enough altar which has helped here, and it's a relatively cheap one, so...
Okay.
Yeah, pushy. No, still pushy. Ah, there you go. Tackle kicks in.
Magnet hands, is it?
Let's see. A pocket 3 used down to an MMG.
That was dead,
Yeah. No magnet hands. We've not been doing that well on magnet hands this week.
No.
And we see some more Black Orc ball handling. Unfortunately, that does not go quite as well as it has been in the previous match.
Even an elf would have failed that.
And both teams getting a riot for the second half. Big boy fight to start off with. And Don Corleone takes an injury. An agility point loss, which you're probably not caring too much about, but it's still an MNG. Leaping through. That'll do, though.
All right. Bit brave, that. Not much recovery option, no matter where the ball went, he says.
I'm so glad you said that. I love this as well. That's a lot. Yeah. That's great, especially with the riot. The Orcs are able to kind of get back. And are doing a little bit of work, but they're with the riot and with this pass, they're just being slowed down because they ain't the fastest of teams. And as we've seen with Kislev, they can just get in and start harrying everything using the Dauntless here.
Strip ball, isn't he?
Yeah. As I think with Kislev, they can just harry and harry and harry you, and just slow you down.
Looking good.
Oof.
Oh come on! How many times do you see them catchers fail a leap?
Not this time. He fails to pick up instead. And I have a bit of pass the parcel, and it's not a terrible bounce, but obviously with the Orcs' turn, they've got a lot of options here. And they are able to recover it. And with not very much time left, attempt to pass it to a Black Orc to move on, and it does not work. Kislev, however, are able to recover there and pick up from that desperation play, moving just a tad closer.
Troll intercept? Oh, you had to pick the troll, surely.
And a big long throw.
He's got it.
Filippo. KO. We see.
Has he done enough?
Has he done enough? Let's see what can happen here.
One re-roll as well for Coach Call.
Which gets used on the really stupid. Past Valona. Frees the ball. Still a lot of Kislev up there, though. Magnet hands, you would have loved to see it there, and that's not a great bounce for them. But they were able to do a thing. Oh,
something's
gone wrong there. It was so good. I've done the thing where I've accidentally removed the wrong clip again. You see a replay,
so we don't find out.
replay. Got it there. Yes, as we can see, and it's so good. An instant replay of this long turn. Apologies, everybody. Forgot to do it.
It was such a good move. We had to see it again.
We had to see it again. I think this is because there was more stuff that happened afterwards.
Relying on the troll to save the day.
Relying on the troll to save the day. So, how do you think this ends? What do you think the counterplay from? What do you think the counter? Let's see the counterplay from the Kislev. Let's see. Oh dear, this is what happened afterwards. Bang.
All right. Only one guy can score. Nobody can score. I can't see. I don't think anyone can score.
No, this guy can score. The one that's next to the ball. I think with some things. It's kind of irrelevant though because you snake.
All right. Okay.
Immediately. Oh dear. Oh dear. So yeah, no level ups for the Acrobata. They are going to be missing a couple of key players for the next match, unfortunately. So their next opponents are going to be happy about that. And once again, I probably should have checked. Oh wait, no, I did. I did for once check and put this into my my predictions. Next up, the Red Hot Boy. I'm glad. Okay. I did my predictions like a couple of days ago because everyone did their matches quickly, but I didn't do my clips until like 5 minutes until we started recording, so I'd forgotten. A 0-0 draw. It's unfortunate no one could get the scoring, but we did see some great plays during this match, as you can see. Red Hot Boys, no level ups either, and no real change to the team. But red equals fast, as you can see. And next up, we have the Bobs versus the Dream Order Splendor, which is a match you had a chance to watch, I believe.
Yeah, pretty equal TV. Bob the Best Nurgle, 1980, against Papillon's 1960 Vampires. So no inducements, and Vampires get fame. Let's have a look.
All right.
So I always think this is a hard matchup for Vampires. There's Papillon. He's a bloody good coach. I love the way he worked this angle down the side as well.
I think it might be Papillon, by the way, but I'm not 100%.
Papillon.
Papillon, I think.
And I couldn't see how the Nurgle were going to recover, because they all seemed trapped. And Bob really did well on getting his players round to sort of slow this drive up or stop him from just caging in his own end zone. And I just thought I'd show this whole clip because I just really love the play here. Instead of just running it in on turn 5 and giving the Nurgle full turns to score. I just didn't see this coming at all.
I see.
So just run round and make a little cage the other side. And the Nurgle can't get you. You know what I mean? It's just like really classy play.
I take it was a blitz through and then base up kind of situation, right?
Yeah. So just a 2+ dodge away. Oh, that doesn't help.
Oh, Red Shash.
But regen is a thing?
No, it's not. I've had this discussion many times with you. As an ex-Nurgle coach, it's absolutely not a thing. But blitzing free.
Turn 6 still doesn't want to score, so runs away from the slow Nurgles again.
Yeah, you can't even get to him there. Don't even bother trying to get to him. Great play, and then just running in at the end. Great discipline. You love to see it.
Yeah, really good. And it's Vampires are better on defense than they are attack. So doing that attack the way he did it was really impressive. I liked it.
Oh, that's because of hit no gaze, presumably.
Yeah, they're so much better on defense and just stopping plays. That's in my opinion. I could be proved wrong. Be nice to hear your thoughts on that, actually.
I know
Vampires better in defense or attack.
Oh yeah, we're here from everyone. I know as someone who tends to play against vampires, having them defend against you is a massive pain in the arse. So it seems to pass the initial sniff test.
Right, so turn 15. They've got a bit to do here, haven't they? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares, and that's a movement 7 guy.
You got to be thinking getting some tentacles maybe on some of those vampires to maybe stop Because hypnogaze is what you've got to be annoyed with, like scared of here, right?
Yeah, he's creating like loads of bodies in the way to stop the hypnogaze getting in.
But he has kind of clustered, and that's going to allow a more traditional tower defense to perhaps come into play. But we'll see, I guess.
Do you know the result?
No. Well, I've seen it,
cool.
but I've forgotten it from out of my mind, so I cannot recall.
Bloodlust kicked in.
Yep, can't follow up, obviously, because you got to stay next to your friend here.
Yeah, and that's a bit of a pain biting him and getting him removed.
You need as many bodies as you can. Yeah, traditional tower defense. Oh, you could have really have done with him still being up. Let's see how it goes. Well,
put the side stepper in the middle.
That's not as protected as you want at all. Oh well, side stepper actually, yeah.
Yeah. So it just makes it a little bit more of a pain. So can he break through and get the go for it?
Well, we got tackled. No, just
held.
Yeah, didn't need it.
Oh, he's going to make dodges. Oh, but it's a removal. That's massive. That being a removal just means that
I think it would have only been it would have only been one, but I guess that's oh yeah, still needed to dodge the other way. Oh dear.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. He used his Apo to turn it into a stun to make it a dodge still. Yeah. Sorry.
Smart move. And that there, well, we've paused. I'm guessing that
was it.
That was it. Okay.
Good game. I didn't think Nurgle were going to do it, and then it just all sort of come together on them last two moves for them. Good game to watch.
What level ups you got for me, friend?
We have got Saint Bob with his 5th skill. So Saint Bob, man,
Saint Bob. I'm not
piling on.
Well, yep. Block, mighty blow, tackle. I do like taking a tackle there actually before going full kill. That's actually good discipline. And then kill skills. Saint Bob, absolute monster.
And Temporary Bob has turned himself into a fouler by the looks of it with his 30 player.
Temporary Bob, we thought it was going to refer to him getting fired, but apparently it's just going to get him getting sent off early in the match now instead. So, nominative determinism, still technically a thing. How about these lovely vampires? Lovely vampires.
No level ups and just a fool that's missing the game.
Yeah, well, that's an Agi bust actually, so you got to think there's a potential replacement firing there on the books. Last up,
maybe line fodder. Yeah.
They're cheap. They're only 40, right? You never know. Like you dodge with Thors all the time, right?
Yeah.
So last up, we've got top of the table clash.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. It is smoked and cured versus the Gorgoth Greys. And 1770 for the elves, 1800 for cured. The elves taking a babe. Can't remember if there was any fame. I didn't write it down at the time, and when I went back to check, it was past Wednesday. So maybe there was fame, maybe there wasn't. There was so let's see how it goes in this top of the table clash. Famously high scoring matches involving smoked and cured. Let's see if it pans out this time this way. Love that hobgoblin. And a pitch invasion. Let's see how it pans out.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. But Chorfs are able to get up that traditional Chorf cage with balls on the corners and a hobbo in the middle. That's not what you want. Oh, that's definitely not what you want.
Turn 2. And what is that, 56? That's not very good.
That's an AV bust. It has been an absolute meat grind this week. F in chat for everyone. We saw some big, brutal players.
And he's got to go a whole game against them with no Apo now.
Yeah. And the sort of not quite wasted Apo, but you're still one that's smart. But as we know, High Elves and All Elves are a team that can quite easily do well with low players. And Halligan not giving up here. going for these high risk, high reward plays. Gets through with your strip ball. Finds a pow. Desperately hoping this goes off the pitch here. Does not.
No magnet hands again.
No magnet hands.
That's a failed dodge.
Where's a failed dodge? So we see a bit of break tackle. Me doing an in media res media cut. Definitely not because I cocked it up. And we are able to see. Oof. Yeah. Got to be careful of the frenzy.
That's a good player as well.
Mm.
Getting a kick in.
Getting a kick in. Stays in the reserves box, but being off the pitch isn't great. Right, let's see. No re-rolls, unfortunately. Just failed that 3+, and we go into half-time 0-0. No, wait. Have I done it again? No, we're not. Smoked and cured. Getting an injury. Yes, that's why. A movement bust turned into substitutes. I forgot I had a last-minute injury update there as the Elves. Oof, and we get another rock. Chicken drumstick, only a stun.
Good.
Start to see a bit of ganging up and bullying on this Bull Centaur. And TJ
I was going to say, was there going to be... I was looking for a foul afterwards, but didn't need it.
Didn't need it. And we start to see this traditional Elven play. 0-0 at half-time. I guess you might be expecting that, like Gorgoth's, holding the Elves at bay. But, well, let's see how this one pans out as we run all the way past and start potatoing slightly. Chorf's able to get through and get based, but blitzing free.
With a ball carrier.
Cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. I like it a lot. Unfortunately,
still not safe, though.
Yes, unfortunately, potatoing is enough for the blodge potato. Dodge back around, not wanting to give the. We saw this before with Dreamworld of Splendors, and we're seeing it again here.
Oh, I'm not sure about that play. He's going to score, right? Oh, come on. Is he in range?
Just protected enough. But you've got to see that Halligan's got to be so scared here of the counter score. He's just trying to keep the Chaos Dwarfs down to hopefully just well, as few turns as they can, I guess. Oof.
He's surfing him.
So, what now? The score, do you think? Or do we try and risk for another delay?
Jesus, just score, man.
Well, trick question. It was fall over. But... No, holding strong. And then trying to build up a bit more of a cage around there, but the tackle doesn't work. We are able to get all the way round and find that pow eventually. Stun, ball off the pitch. Oh. But difficult for the very difficult for the Chorfs to pick that back up again from the position you saw there. And of course, you can't throw the ball if you've done a blitz. So, and also you probably have a much better thrower. There you go.
All right.
Let's see. Can we get there? Can we get there?
At the dodge and two go for it blitz, was it? With a Chorf. Yeah.
Unfortunately, not enough. And we're just going straight for it, right? Just right in there at corner. Just a big win, a scrappy win, not the kind of dominating win that we're used to from Smoked, but we kind of predicted that might be the case. Real top of the table clash that puts both teams over here, I think. But even though they won the match and are certainly going to be helping their league position, Smoked and Cured did lose some potential big players. Cornish Game Hen taking a gnarly injury down to 6 AV. 2 deaths, 2 losses. It's not the best.
That team ain't looking too good now, is it?
Well, you've still got this fantastic thrower. You've still got these fantastic catches. You kind of only need those 3 players really to be scoring. And I guess we've lost a rookie catcher and a rookie lineman. The issue here is more it really just affects your ability to rebuild properly, rather than it being like game altering in and of itself. But Cornish Game Hen being down to 6, that's gonna be a really brutal choice because they're strength 4. You've kind of got to keep them. But AV6 is not good. But they're your only strength 4 player. It's interesting. And Gorgoths, no level ups there either. Pretty much just keeping things pretty much straight as they are. Proud of the knowledge that they played well and hurt some elves. So let's have a look to see where we are in terms of the leaderboard. Halligan taking that. Wait, is that right? Or have I got this? No, played 8. Yep. Halligan goes at the top of the table, swapping positions with the better touchdown difference with Gunnerside, still both on 17 points. Behind them, we're starting to see a bit of tearing happening here. As behind them, we have 4 players all on 13 points, wishing they were Div 3 on those 2 extra positions. Spartacus, Costin Striker, Carmack, and Porky all on 13 points. Bob on 12, Extram on 11, Papillon on 10. These are all in contention for challenges. And even behind there, with Korash, Kamastern, Arnstone, Coach Cool, and Proudwing, it's not actually that far behind. Really, like for halfway through, we could potentially see a big swing for anyone. Obviously, we're starting to see a little bit of differentiation, so the odds are in favour of certain teams rather than others. But do not be surprised if an upset turns up.
5 games to go, 15 points maximum. So, yeah. Do you think Smoke and Cured can stay up there with that beaten up team?
I think so, but whilst we're talking about the future, I guess we can talk about it in a slightly more granular manner as we go through each and every match individually and make our predictions. But not before. We just go over last week's predictions.
I've been so busy work-wise, I can't believe I haven't done one. Has there been any games been played or not?
There might have been. We'll get those in now. If it turns out it's not been played yet, we'll cross it. I think it was supposed to be in the offing now. I was going to bring something up on my phone, but I'm not going to do that. I was going to bring it up on the actual screen, but it would be up, and then we could get some potential spoilers, which I don't want to do. So I'm just gonna. I will go through with the predictions. We'll do yours now, and on my phone, I'm doing some other stuff. So first up, Mutants versus the Bobs. I've gone. Oh, actually no. We'll go through the previous week. 3 for me, 1 for you, 1 for MLP. Coach Cool 2. Gunnerside. I had a similar issue to you this week. Halligan, Spartacus. A slow scoring week. A lot of big upsets actually. 4 is the highest we have. Big upsets this week.
And that was you again.
Was it?
Oh, no, 3, sorry. I know you had a better week than I did, yeah.
Yeah, I just got 1 nailed for the Bobs drawing with the Splendors. In terms of the actual overall rankings, how has this affected things? Spartacus has caught up with you. I'm still just about on the top with the answer to the life of the universe and everything. But in the actual parts that matter, Spartacus is starting to pull ahead a little bit. But it's quite swingy, our prediction competition. So Spartacus and Gunnerside and Halligan kind of battling it out there, but once again, lots of room for everyone. And touching over that, now we can talk about. I've gone for Bobs over the Mutants. I generally tend to rate Nurgle over Chaos in a bash, and I think the Bobs are probably just going to be able to pull this one out, hopefully. Well, not hopefully, but you know.
I'm going to go 1-1.
Yeah.
I think Bobs did really well against Dreamworld, but the Mutants should be able to get a touchdown. Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1. I think that's a solid one.
Cool. Next up, we have Outdoor Acrobata versus Smoked and Cured.
Acrobata without 2 good players this week.
Yeah, not
Smoked and Cured without a couple of good players.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to give the advantage to Smoked and Cured here. I'm going for 3-1. No disrespect to Coach Cool, but there is some difficulty. I think Acrobata took a bigger kicking, and yeah. Oh. Also, there has been a match played, so we're not going to do. I'm going to go through my predictions here, and we'll go through that in a second. So yeah, I've gone for 3-1. Who have you gone for, Smoked? Who have you gone for here?
I'm going to go 2-0 Smoked and Cured.
2-0 Smoked and Cured. I think.
Yeah.
Wow, that's gone a bit strange. Don't know why it's done that.
Yeah.
How weird. I'll fix that later. Okay, so next up, Happy Sons versus the Gorgoth Allgreys. I've gone for 2-0. I felt that Gorgoth are in a strong position. They've got good experience against bash teams. I think they'll just be able to pull it out. And you're not going for anything on this one, I'm afraid, my friend.
I was going to go for 1-0. Is that the game that's just been played, is it?
That is the game that has just been played. That is correct.
All right. I heard a beep on my headset. Was that you, was it?
Me? No. I don't think so.
Oh, right.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Let's just make that a lovely grey for you.
I'm just looking at it.
Yep. Interesting.
Okay.
Cool. Next up, we have the Vicious Virtuosi versus Dreamworld of Splendors. I've gone for 2-1 to Dreamworld. I don't know if I've been influenced by Vampire play in my own matches this week. But yeah, I think I was just gonna give them the edge, just in terms of doing slightly better against agi teams than the Vicious Virtuosi were. But that's the one I'm least confident with, so I'm going for 2-1.
Tough one, isn't it? I'm going to go 1-1.
You're going to go for 1-1. Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, I can't decide.
Cool. And a reminder for you as well, you'll be doing the Happy Sons and Gorgoth Allgreys this week. So a reminder, you're going to need to do your clips earlier because it was a Wednesday match.
Yep.
Cool. The next up, Sabretooth Vag versus the Red Hot Boys. I've gone 2-1 for Sabre. They've taken a kicking, but I just think the agility is just going to give them the advantage against the slow orcs.
Yeah, they can seem to win even though they're getting a bashing. But I'm going to go with the orcs. Sorry, Carmack, but I think they're going to beat you up this week.
All right.
I'm going to go 2-1 orcs.
All right. Next up, we have Quiguanas versus the Mumble Rats. I have gone 2-1 for the Quiguanas because I think the Quiguanas are on a bit of a run. I would love to see the Mumble Rats get their first win, but I don't think it's going to be against an equally fast team that also has a strength advantage.
All right. That's very low scoring that you've gone. I think this is a really high scoring game.
Right.
I'm going to go 3-3.
All righty. And last up, we've got the Bloodless Brawlers versus the Kingslayers. I've gone for 2-2 on this one. I think for similar reasons to your previous thinking.
Okay.
What about
I'll
yourself?
go 2-1 Kingslayers because I'm a bit of a Kingslayers fan.
Very good. Very good. You do love to see it. Well, let me just fix that up. There we go. That's a bit nicer. And these as well. I've really hashed this up. So I think that's everything. Do you have anything to add, my friend?
Only the usual. That's all, folks.
And we will see you on the pitch.